double douche.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
The fuck do you want?
Hey, did you get my text?
Yeah, man, I got him. I got a snowman, a flip-flop, and a stack of pancakes.
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
My name's Matt, this is Chewbacca, and this is a FakeWoodTable. So I've got a filthy little box from Big Bad Toy Store today.
Look at the blood stains right there. Shut up.
Probably the smallest big-ass box I've had so far.
So small.
I wasn't going to do a box video this month because so few things came in, but all the stuff that did come in were things that I just couldn't wait to get my hands on, so here we are. We've got 7 action figures and a severed head in the box. 5 of the 7 are from Hasbro, and 3 of those are in their patented windowless packaging, so let's look at some boxes in a box.
Oh, what's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
I want to start things off with my first ever G.I. Joe classified figure. I'm pretty stoked for this guy.
Get that crap out of here.
I got Sergeant Slaughter.
Who is this guy anyway?
Man, you are looking at a real soldier.
Sorry to drop in unannounced, General Hawk.
This guy is awesome. He is a perfect 6-inch representation of his vintage counterpart. His hat and sunglasses are removable, and he comes with a bunch of stuff like this riding crop, and a machine gun with a separate scope and clip that I've probably already lost. But the coolest accessory by far is this mini carded Sergeant Slaughter action figure. This is too fucking cool. And it's on a collector-friendly card back, so you can take it out of there without destroying the thing. He looks like such a badass. He's definitely going to whip the other action figures into shape.
Give your hearts to America, Joes, because your butts belong to me.
Okay, I've got one lonely Mando figure in here. I got the Vintage Collection Din Djarin in disguise on Morak.
Look at this. Oh, the shame. Now that right there is worth the price of admission.
Wish I could say it looked good on you, but I'd be lying.
He's kind of a lackluster figure here, but you need him to complete the pair with Bill Burr. This was definitely one of the best episodes from the second season. That whole taking his mask off thing, and that really tense conversation at the table, and finally that epic escape with Boba Fett. I say it every time, but goddamn, that's a great show. When the hell is Season 3 come out, yo? Alright, this next figure in here might just be my new all-time favorite Spider-Man.
Excelsior!
I've got the Toei TV series Spider-Man. This is so badass that we finally have a Toei Spider-Man figure in the Marvel Legends line. Toei Spider-Man, also referred to as Japanese Spider-Man, was a 41-episode TV series that ran in Japan in the late 70s. It is an absolutely just insane show. If you've never seen it, do yourself a favor and find it online and watch it. I thought about trying to explain it or sum it up, but dude, honestly, I have no idea where to even begin with this thing. I found this clip from an episode of Caravan of Garbage from Mr. Sunday Movies, and I think it does a pretty good job of explaining it.
Spider-Man fights a monster.
Yep.
Then the monster gets really big.
Yep.
And he's like, well, I can't fight a big monster because I'm little. So then he gets in his GP7 spider machine, his little race car.
Which leads him to the Marveler.
It can fly into a big spaceship called the Marveler that he got from his friend Garia, who is from the Spider Planet, Planet Spider.
Planet Spider, yep.
And then he goes into...
well, his friend Garia came to Earth 400 years before to fight Professor Monster, but ended up falling into a cave.
Yeah.
So he stayed there for 400 years until the next Spider-Man came along.
And then this Spider-Man, he showed up in the cave, and Garia injected him with some spider blood and gave him the spider powers. But anyway, then Spider-Man, he gets into the Marveler in his GP7 spider machine.
Yep.
And then Marveler turns into Lepardon.
Yes.
Who's a leopard. He's a leopard robot man.
Yeah.
And et cetera, and then he blasts the monster with some missiles, and then Lepardon produces various weapons, including a big sword.
Yep.
And then he kills the monster, and it's always the same.
Makes total sense, right? This figure is perfect. They even got the weird, like, mask under a mask face sculpt right. That's pretty cool. I've got another bright and colorful retro Spider-Man villain in here. I got Scorpion.
I chose to use the scorpion because it's a natural predator of the spider.
Spider-Man will at last meet his match.
I honestly don't remember too much about Scorpion. He looks mean as hell, and that's awesome how long his tail is. I'm guessing it's got like a bendy wire in there or something.
That's all I have to say about that.
Spider-Man's villain roster is getting pretty full. I did manage to get a hold of that Walmart exclusive lizard figure that I was bitching about a few boxes back, so that's cool. Okay, I've got one more Marvel Legends figure in here.
Get that crap out of here!
I got Howard the Duck and Scott Lang's head. So, obviously this isn't Howard the Duck from the now cult classic film presented by George Lucas.
If you can't take the heat, get out of that kitchen!
This Howard the Duck is from Marvel's animated What If series.
Give me the toy.
You know what they say, when you're out of luck, always go duck.
I'm pretty sure no one says that.
Oh, they say it.
Really?
Totally.
And even though he looks a little cartoonish, I think he'll fit in well enough to be my MCU Howard the Duck figure. Scott Lang's head is from the Zombies episode of the Marvel What If series, and I freaking loved that episode. I liked how it was a different story, but it had a bunch of the same key moments as the Marvel Zombies storyline. One of the absolute best storylines ever, in my opinion. Remember when Howard the Duck ate Ash Williams' brains? Yeah, that happened. This is pretty dope. I'd still really like to get a figure from the 80s movie, though. Alright, as always, I saved the best for last. I've got two of these brand new Barnyard Commandos.
Barnyard Commandos!
And it's about damn time. I pre-ordered these things over 2 fucking years ago. That's insane. Definitely the longest I've ever waited for a toy. I've got Sergeant Wooly Pullover.
Sergeant Wooly Pullover!
Yo, hey, thank you. Have a nice day, know what I mean?
And Private Sido Bacon.
Private Cider Bacon!
There is a difference between fry and saute.
I am really glad that I pre-ordered these things when I did, though, because now these $35 figures cost 50 fucking bucks.
Oh, that's not right. No.
Man, you can barely see them in there. Let's bust them out and take a better look.
Barnyard Commandos!
Okay, these guys look amazing. They really look like big-ass versions of the 80s toys. I love the face sculpts and all the little details, and the paintwork looks really clean. Although, I have had some paint flakes fall off as I've been messing with them, so that's no good. It's cool that they each come with their original weapon accessory, but it's really cool that Sergeant Wooly Pullover gets an additional weapon and some other cool things to go with it. It totally adds to the whole Rambo look that he's going for. I feel like they each should have come with a smaller, more displayable weapon like this. That would have made the figures feel new and different, and a little more premium. Unfortunately, all the joints are either way too loose or way, way too tight, to the point that I feel like I'm going to break them if I force it, so posability is limited. I don't know, man. I'm really glad to have these, and I think they're going to look amazing on display. But with the paint chipping and the lack of posability and no extra accessories for Private Sido Bacon, these are definitely not worth 50 bucks. I'm not even sure they're worth 35. They do look cool, though.
Barnyard Commandos!
Alright, guys. That's everything in the box.
Is that all?
That's it. I love you, Frylock. Have a good one. Ow! I mean, hold on.
Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Spider Spring!
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.